Hello students, myself Swagatika, working as a science educator in Gajara International School, Katargam. Today we are going to here discuss about the fundamental unit of life, that is cell. So before going to start the topic, let me know what is cell. What do you mean by cell? Yes, cell means small chambers or small compartments, right? So through this topic we will discuss more about cell, like cell discovery, how discovery of cell takes place, cell theories, types of cells and different types of organisms based on the cell numbers, etc. So now first come to the introduction of cell. A cell is the structural and functional unit of life. So before going to start the topic, suppose, have you seen the buildings, how it used to build? Yes, by joining several bricks. Like that in our human body, several cells are there. They used to combine, they used to group together to make the tissues, and these tissues make the tissue system, and this tissue system makes the organ, and ultimately this organ system makes the whole organism. So we can define the cell as the smallest basic unit of life that is responsible for all life process in a living organism. Now next, coming to the next topic, that is our discovery of cell. So first cell was discovered by one of the greatest scientists, Robert Hooke, in 1665. He has taken a piece of bottle cork under the microscope and showed that minuscule structures which look like small rooms or small chambers, and hence it were named as cells. But at that time, due to limited magnification, Robert Hooke could not observe the details in the structure and hence concluded that the cells were non-living, right? But after that time period, later on, when Anton von Leeuwenhoek, another scientist, he researched more about it, he concluded that cells exhibits some movements, that means they were alive. Next topic is that scientists of cell theory. So after being confirmed that cells are living things and cells make the whole organism, some scientists research more about it, and in 1855, a German doctor named Rudolf Virchow, he has proposed that new cells are formed only from pre-existing cells. That means if a new cell is forming, must be there is a chance that a pre-existing cell is there. So from that a new cell has formed, right? So like this, Robert Hooke, Leeuwenhoek, Skeldon, Swan, Virchow, many greater scientists, they discovered the cell theory. The next topic is our types of cells. So in our human body, many different types of cells are there. Here in the picture you can also see red blood cells, for example, red blood cells, ovum cells, sperm cells, nerve cells, bone cells, smooth muscle cells. Like this, different types of cells are there in our human body. So similarly, plants are also having different cells in their bodies, right? But all these cells, they are different in structure, different in number, different in size in our body. But all the cells, they are having quite similar structure, that means they are having all cell organelles, similar cell organelles within them, right? So coming to the next topic, difference in organism based on number of cells. So on the basis of number of cells, we have categorized organisms into two types. One is our unicellular organism, another one is our multicellular organism. So basically, if we will split the term unicellular, that means uni plus cellular. Uni means one or single. Multicellular means, multi means many, cellular means cells, right? So unicellular organisms, that means organism made up of a single cell. They are having very simple body structure. They perform all the life functions through this single cell, and the lifespan is very short. For example, bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, all these are included in unicellular organism. Later, coming to the next one is our multicellular organism. So multicellular means more than one cell. or many cells are present in their bodies. So organism made up of multiple cells are known as multicellular organisms, and they are having complex body structure because they are having many cells, and these cells, they make tissues, organs, right? Then specialized cells perform different life functions. Like in our animals, we are having different life functions like digestive functions, our reproductive system, our control and coordination system, like that. Then lifespan is very long as compared to unicellular organism. So examples included plants and animals. The next topic is our prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Again, we have categorized cells on the basis of their structure and development, right? They are of two types. One is our prokaryotic cell, another one is our eukaryotic cell. So prokaryotic cell, if you will split the term pro plus karyon, what means by pro? Pro means underdeveloped or primitive. Karyon means nucleus. So that means the cells, those who are having underdeveloped nucleus, or nucleus is totally absent in that, instead of nucleus, some genetic material is suspended into the nucleus, that is known as prokaryotic cell. And these are very oldest cell type, and cell size we can include 0.1 to 0.5 mm. Other membrane bound cell organelles are absent. Like eukaryotic cells, they are having many cell organelles in them, but in prokaryotic cells, they are not having membrane bounded cell organelles. Coming to the next, eukaryotic cell. So similarly, if you will split the term, eu plus karyon will come, right? So eu means well developed, karyon means nucleus. So it is of well developed nucleus. This is a evolved cell type. A well defined nuclear region is present and cell size is larger than 10 to 100 mm. Other membrane bound cell organelles are also present. So in eukaryotic cell, basically whatever the cell organelles are present, like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, every cell organelles, they are having their membrane around them. The next topic is our, here you can see the structure of eukaryote and prokaryote. See, in the structure you can see clearly that in eukaryotic cell, the cell organelles, they are having separate membranes so that they can be separately exist from other organelles like mitochondria, nucleus, cytosol, endoplasmic reticulum. All these cell organelles, they are having their separate membrane bounded. But in case of prokaryote, they are not having that much of cell organelles, and also the cell organelles present there, they are only suspended in nucleus. For example, here there in the prokaryotic structure you can see some genetic materials are there, but it has been suspended in nucleus, though it is not having nuclear membrane, right? Next, coming to the topic, characteristics of cell. So basically, cell is having some major characteristics. We can say that the cells provide structure and support to the body of whole living organism. How? Because the cells carries number of cell organelles which participate in storing energy, in producing energy, in manufacturing energy. So like this way, the cells provide structure and support to the body of whole living organism. The cell interior contains various membrane bound organelles, and the three main organelles out of that are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. One by one we will go through it. First we will discuss about cytoplasm. So where it is located in the cell? Here you can see it is located material inside the cell membrane but not including the nucleus, contains many structures called organelles. So if we will exclude the nucleus inside the cell, the remaining part from the membrane, we will get the jelly like structure or the fluid like structure, that is called cytoplasm, and all the remaining organelles, cell organelles, they used to float on that fluid like your endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, nucleus. Now function of cytoplasm: establishes living condition to supply and transport material for cell activities. For example, already we have told that some of the organelles, they are present in the cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum. The work or the function of endoplasmic reticulum is to produce protein, and protein used to participate in many of the cellular activities, like that mitochondria which produces energy in the cell. So in this way, cytoplasm establishes a living condition to supply and transport material for all the cell activities. The next topic is our organization of a cell. So through this picture you can see there is a animal cell and plant cell. Here in the animal cell we can see there are number of cellular organelles like mitochondria, vacuole, lysosome, cytoplasm, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticule. And in case of plant cell also, there are number of cellular organelles are there: nuclear envelope, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, chloroplast and cell wall. These are the two organelles which are present only in plant cell instead of animal cell, because you know that chloroplast is required for the photosynthesis process and plant used to perform the photosynthesis process. So that's why they are having chloroplast. Coming to the next topic, that is our cell membrane and cell wall. The cell membrane separate and cell from the external environment. Okay students, now you can see there is a cell membrane and cell wall. So question arises maybe, what is cell wall and what is cell membrane? What is the difference in between that? Okay, so cell membrane it is present in animal cell, and cell wall it is present in plant cell. So why cell wall is present only in plant cell? Yes, because plants cannot move or cannot protect them in the harsh weather condition. For example, we are having shelter to take the protection during the harsh weather condition, but plants, they cannot move from one place to another place. So at that time this cell wall gives them protection to the cells from the injury or from the mechanical shock. For that reason they are having cell wall which we don't have. So the cell membrane separates the cell from the external environment. It is the outer membrane within which nucleus and the cytoplasm are enclosed. By structure, it is a porous membrane, that means small pores are present there, which permits the movement of selective substance in and out of the cell. So basically we can see, that means cell membrane is a semi-permeable membrane. In animal cells specifically, cell membrane is a semi-permeable membrane. What do you mean by semi-permeable? Semi means selectively. That means it allows only some of the substances to move in and out of the cell. So that is why it is known as semi-permeable membrane, right? Then cell wall is a rigid and stiff structure surrounding the cell membrane in case of plant cell. Students, remember, cell wall is only present in plant cell, not in animal cell, because it provides shape and support to the plant cells and protect them from mechanical injury or shock. Then coming to our next topic, that is our nucleus, which is another major organelle in the cell. So nucleus is a prominent organelle present in cell, which is the controlling center of all activities of cell. So basically we can say nucleus is the brain of the cell. How our brain commands all the activities of our body, like that nucleus controls all the activities of the cell. So that's why nucleus is known as brain of the cell. So now in the picture you can see nucleus is present in the center of the cell, right? It is present both in plant cell as well as in animal cell. Now students, here we have concluded that cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. So before concluding all the topics, let's recall, let's summarize what we have discussed today. So first we have discussed the definition of cell or how it has been discovered, right? So first cell has been discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665, right? After that, cell theory has given by Virchow and Swan, right? What was the cell theory? It was that all the new cells that come from the pre-existing one. Then third one was our types of organisms on the basis of number of cells, that is your unicellular and multicellular. So uni means single cellular organism and multicellular means more than one cell is present there, right? Next topic was our, that is, according to the structure and development of cell, how many types of cells are there? One is our prokaryotic and another one is our eukaryotic. Prokaryotic means primitive one or underdeveloped, and eukaryotic means well developed. Then we came to the structure of the cell. So in case of plant cell and animal cell, majority of the organs, they are quite similar, majority of the cell organelles, but some of the cell organelles are present only in plant cell instead of animal cell, right? So main characteristics of the cells are, cell gives the support and protection to the whole function or whole life process of an organism. How? Because cell contains the different cellular organelles which perform different functions. Like mitochondria, they produce energy. Endoplasmic reticulum, they produce protein. Okay, like this, many of the organelles are there in the cell which perform different activities, which perform different functions, which carry out all the life process in the living organism. So basically, we can define the cell as a structural and functional unit of a life. So here we have concluded all the topics regarding the structure of cell. So now students, I hope that you all have cleared your concept regarding the structure of cell. Remaining we will discuss later. Thank you.